Hey guys, so it's the morning. Just woke up. I honestly hate mornings, but you know what? Let's go. Got my Bang energy drink, so we're already off to a good start here. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about, is Need for Speed 2015 better than Most Wanted? No, everyone knows Most Wanted is the best one ever made. And if you disagree, put it in the comments. I wanna hear what you guys think, which one. That wouldn't be much of a debate for me though, for a video, because yeah. Most Wanted is gonna win every time. Alright, no, I wanna actually cover my G35. It's called a water pump here actually. So it's cool. This is what a water pump looks like when it's pulled out of the car. It's the one that was leaking. I swapped out with a new one. This is the impellers that get the coolant through the engine there. And then, yeah, and it's belt driven. Actually, this one's internal chain. Okay. Alright, put that back there for decoration because you can't be a car guy unless you have car decorations everywhere. Old fuel pump, I think. Let's see here. G35. How much power am I making? Alright, so when I originally calculated the horsepower on it, I thought it was like 405-ish, 409, somewhere in there. Upon further investigation, I realized this is false. That is not true. It's not 400 something horsepower. It is higher than stock, but it's not that much higher than stock. It could be. There's stuff I could do to get it there for sure, but it's not there yet. So let's see. I'm gonna add it up. We're gonna figure it out right now and get like a real number for this car. All right, so this car starts out Infiniti G35s. Let me get my tablet. Infiniti G35s have like 300 horsepower. All right, so we're starting out 2008 Infiniti G35S, completely stock. Let's see what we start. What's our baseline here? 2008. All right, so here's the car. Infiniti G35. Specs about it. 3.5 liter V6, puts out 306 horsepower, 5-speed automatic transmission. The auto is actually quicker than the manual in this case. The auto is the most aggressive automatic I've ever driven. It's pretty crazy. It's got paddle shifters too. It's shiftable and everything. There we go, throwing stuff again. All right, so we're at 306, but what's not posted, it's not rated as part of the horsepower, is that it gains 3 horsepower over speeds of, I think it was 50 miles an hour, due to the aerodynamics, the air coming into the front grille. It's just one of the cool things, a couple of cool things. For instance, the way it's tuned, it gets faster. As you accelerate, it gives you more power to accelerate. They call it surge, and it's meant to feel like you're riding a wave. But anyway, so 306 horsepower plus 3 over 50 miles an hour. That brings us to 309. All right, that's a healthy horsepower rating, right? For a stock car, more than healthy. That's good. That's a fun speed. That's a lot of power. All right, and then we add on, I think the first mod that car had was the HKS catback exhaust system. HKS specializes in Nissan stuff. They make really good stuff for Nissans. The Infiniti is basically Nissan. The Infiniti is the same thing. HKS catback exhaust. Now I found the dynagram on this, and it's on their website. Alright, so this is HKS's website right here. It's actually super cool to navigate. Let's see here. Their setup for tablets is unreal. Super cool. Alright, so we're going to the HKS high power exhaust. That's what I have on the G35 there. And they put up dynos for you to check it out too. If I remember right, it's at the bottom here. There we go. Alright, max power for the HKS high power exhaust, approximately 35 PS increase compared to stock. 35 PS translates to, get a converter up, PS to horsepower. All right, so PS and horsepower, it says they're virtually interchangeable. So 35 horsepower is about 34.5 mechanical horsepower. All right, so we'll say 34 to be safe. All right, 34 horsepower. But that's to the wheels. That's on a dyno, which measures the power of the wheels. That puts it at, it's a 15% loss. 10 to 15 is like the loss, so we'll be conservative. We'll say it loses 10% getting from the engine to the wheels. So that means 34 after a 10% loss. 10% of what number? Okay. No, I want 0.9, 90% of what number? It's a 10% loss. So then we have 34 divided by 0.9. Okay, so that's 37.777777. So that rounds up 38. That's 38 horsepower increase with the HKS exhaust to the engine, not the wheels. If the dyno reads it at 34, once you calculate the 10% drivetrain loss, that's 38 horsepower from the engine is improved over stock. All right, so 309, which is our base number, plus the 3 that it gains over 50 miles an hour, plus 38 horsepower from the catback. That brings us to 347, I believe. Let me double check that, just because I'm posting it in a video. I want to make sure, otherwise I know the comments will be crazy about my math skills. I'm a communication major, by the way, and an architecture minor. So yeah, math's not my strong point. All right, let's see here. 309. Passed my college math classes, and that's all I need. 309 plus 38 equals 347, yeah. So now we're at 347. Now remember, this is engine power, not wheel horsepower. Wheel horsepower is what you only get on a dyno. It's not what your engine's making. Wheel horsepower will always be lower than engine horsepower. All right, so we got 347. Now I'm gonna add in, what was my next mod on there? All right, so we got the catbacks, we got the, K&N filters. All right, so K&N filters, I found a dyno for these two, amazingly. K&N filters on the G30, I believe it's the G37 the dyno's on. Same basic system. Let's see here. They might have a slight better increase on the 37 because the 37 makes about 30 horsepower more stock form than the 35 does, or 20 horsepower more. But let's see here. Let's see if I can find the video here. Okay, so the answer to this one I found on a channel called Motivate Do-It-Yourself Garage. This guy's pretty cool. He's testing him on his G37, the K&N air filters, and he does multiple runs with the stock air filters and then switches out, lets the car cool down, does it with the K&Ns. He's very precise about it. And if you guys want to look up that video, I'll try and put it in a link for you there. But it's called Dyno Results, G37 stock versus K&N panel filter, Motivates Garage, episode 1. And it shows, I think it was 14 horsepower increase with the K&N filters. So the stock air filters, he had 286 horsepower, 300 horsepower with the K&N filters versus 286 with stock. So 14 horsepower increase, basically. Average gain from 3,800 to 72,000 RPM. 6 pounds-feet of torque, 7 horsepower. So peak horsepower increase was 14. Average over the curve was 7. All right. So 14 horsepower. Let's say the G35 doesn't make as much power, so it's not going to be as high. So we'll be conservative. We'll say it was like a 10 horsepower increase. All right. And 10 horsepower, but you still have the 10% drivetrain loss. So 10 divided by 0.9. We're being super conservative here. It probably makes closer to the 14, just like 30. So we got 11 horsepower with just air filters. That's pretty dope. All right, so 347 plus 11, that brings us up to 358 horsepower. Okay, so just with the exhaust and the intakes, that brings us up to just about 360 horsepower, 358. So I have no problem saying 360 because I was pretty conservative with the numbers there. So 360 horsepower on G35. So I'm not at 400 yet, and I'm gonna get I'm actually gonna put a performance chip in. That's one of my plans. That should get me close to that 400 mark, but honestly, I have no problem having a G35 that makes 360 horsepower, because that's AMG M3 territory right there. And the 2008 G35 stock was competitive with the 2008 AMGs at the time, but they've just been bumping their power up constantly. So modified, I still believe I can still hang right there with them. A stock, these cars go 0 to 60 in 5.1 seconds. And that's with 309 horsepower that they have stock. So 360, I know I'm under 5 seconds, which is pretty cool for me. Some other things I've done just to make it faster is I reduced the wheel size that the guy had on there. I put smaller, lighter weight wheels, less rotational mass, better tires for more grip, so I can really hook when I take off. When I do launches, some other things, ceramic brakes, so I can bring the car under control if you're at the track or something and you're racing. It's good to have those ceramic brakes that can handle the heat and really bring that car under control. The semi-metallics are fine, but they tend to experience more brake fade than ceramics do, which is why ceramics are pretty cool to have on a performance car. Okay, and they're quieter too, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, I know I got called out on this in the past, and I just really wanted to check it out and do the math again, because I was kind of, I noticed I was wrong about it, and I wanted to be honest and post the correct number, because the other number turned out to be incorrect. And I think it's important to be able to admit your mistakes when you screw up something, and that's a good attitude to have everywhere in life. Alright, thanks for watching today. Please subscribe, like the channel, and we're going to go ahead and keep bringing videos for you and vlogs. Alright guys, thanks for watching Import Life.